not surprised I'm here again. Oh my fucking god. I cannot believe it. Canada, you've lost your fucking mind. You're actually going to punish women for not wanting to grope a man's dick and balls. This does not make you progressive, Canada. It makes you rapey as fuck. That's what it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It just makes Canada fucking very rapey. Like, if I want to work as a beautician, not that I am, I mean, come on. But if I wanted to work as a beautician in Canada and be a wax specialist, according to Canada's bigotry over women, I now have to be forced to grope a man's testicles without any prior training, mind you. Because to wax a man's dick and berries down there is sensitive work. It's not like, let me put a little on this side, let me put a little on that side, and hold yourself, ladies, and rip it off. Women's junk is a little bit stronger, skin-wise, than a man's berries, okay? So it takes a precisely trained professional to do this. It's not just like, oh yeah, lay down, sir, and smash him to the side. I'll just... No, not even close. So it's dangerous. It is extremely dangerous for an untrained wax technician to then apply wax to a man and rip it off. I mean, the woman who did that, who he wants this to happen to him, the women he's demanding do this to him, would then be liable for any damage to his body. So he wants two things. This little fucker wants women, one, to be forced to grope him publicly without any consent of their own. Just, no, you're going to have to do this. Ha! Fuck you. I am man. And two, they also have to be legally liable for him having tearing down there. Possible damage to his scrotum that cannot be reversed. Just, there's a whole list of really fucked up shit that can happen in that area with hot wax, strips of paper, and yanking it off of skin. Okay? It's not like, oh, let me pull a Band-Aid off. No, it's like somebody has sealed the Band-Aid to your flesh with the strongest super glue imaginable. And then I'm gonna rip it the fuck off. That's waxing. That's what the only reason women are champs, really, is because I'll put wax on my face and start ripping shit off. A man's not gonna do that. They're a little bit sensitive when it comes to just taking out hundreds of hairs in one go. You know? So, it's mind-blowing that Canada has become rapey. Canada is rapey. That's it. I mean, because how long, okay, Canada, how long before it's okay for a trans man to force a woman to have sex with him, or to force a man to have sex with him? Meanwhile, this trans is not actually transgendered in any fucking way, but is just wearing a dress and some makeup. Okay? How long can it before it's okay for that individual to go on a raping spree and then just turn around as, well, they denied me sex. That makes them a bigot, right? Canada, you'll protect my right to rape people and force them to fondle me in public places? Yeah, that's insane, Canada. And you know what? Go fuck your arrogant, up your own ass selves. Okay? That's the truth of it.
Yes.
Canadian children are raised to be arrogant and fucking so egotistical about themselves. They're like, we're so perfect. I don't have to lock my doors. How's that working for you, Canada, with all those new refugees? Yeah. We'll call them refugees. How's that working for you, Canada? How many of you assholes are now locking your doors? Yeah, most of you. Don't even fucking lie. You know, that was this big something. Oh my god, we don't even, have to lock our doors. We don't like going, it's okay, criminal. Yeah, I know you tried to make women sexually, assault you, or you wanted to sexually assault women, but that's okay, you're wearing a skirt. It's alright. It's alright. That's Canada! The fuck is this? And here's the thing. Once this case actually hit the courts immediately put a gag order on the media. They didn't want anybody knowing about it.
Really?
Yeah. They're like, shh. And it's the censorship laws in Canada. Canada has censorship laws for people's speech. This is one of the ways they do it. Same thing in the UK. If they want to hide what they're fucking doing to people, or what this individual has done to society, they will be like, no one talk about this under penalty of law. And that's what Tommy Robinson is going under. Yep. They're like, he wasn't supposed to say anything about the rape gangs. My God, we're pumping all of these assholes in this country, and you all need to just get your shit together and sing fucking Kumbaya already. Gag order. That's what they do in the UK, that's what they do in Canada. This is not freedom, it's not free speech, and it's not okay to do to your people, because it destroys a society's ability to root out those that are perverts, pedophiles, and just predators. Okay? Which is what's happening here. This individual is not trans. You know how we know? Because if you put on a fucking skirt, some eyeliner, and walk around, that makes you, you're cross-dressing. You're not transgendering. That's cross-dressing. Yeah. It is a different, it's just different. Okay? I can put on pants and a fucking dude's shirt and put my hair up and take my boobs down. It's kind of be hard, but I can do that. It doesn't mean that I am transgender. I'm cross-dressing. This asshole is a cross-dresser. And here's why. This person is all over social media asking young girls, how old are you? How old are you?
You want me to read you some of them?
Oh, give me a second. He goes around, he hunts children online to start conversations. Do you want to know something? I've been online for a long time. Okay? Not a spring fucking chicken. I have been online for a while now. I have yet to have a full-on fucking conversation with anybody that I had to go, how old are you? Ever! You know why? Because I don't hang around in sites where children are. Facebook has a zone for children. YouTube has a zone for children. I'm sure Twitter and Instagram as well. He is purposely placing, I'm going to say that. He is purposely placing himself in forums where children are at. Okay? This is problem number one. And my lovely husband can read you some of the fucked up shit he says, too. Hold on, baby. Read him some of the fucked up shit he says to kids.
Yeah, these are 2 kids, by the way.
Yeah.
So, at the gym, do girls bear all? Here's another. Do you see tits and pussy ever? Here's another. Have you ever seen a tampon string hanging out of another girl's thing? Here's another.
This is your victim.
If she wants a tampon, though, should I give her one and instruct her on how to use it?
Hold on. Mr. who does no fucking vagina whatsoever, in fact has a dick. Has a dick and 2 working nuts. How the fuck do you know how to put in a tampon, bitch?
And then he reviews female sex toys, even though, again, he has male genitalia, and he has confirmed this.
Oh, that's right, you don't. You're just fantasizing about putting it in.
Yeah, because the next one
Just go put it in, because that's what girls do. We often go into the bathroom stalls, one of us presses ourselves against the door, hitches our knee onto the fucking toilet, while the other one just slowly inserts it. No, this is like a fucking fucked up porno movie, and by the way, he's saying this to a child.
And then he says, would I go into the stall with her and help her? That sounds so weird.
Yeah, this is Canada's victim.
Like a victim, you love to be a victim. You love the United States primetime victim show.
Fuck you, Canada! Oh, Canada, blah, blah. Yeah, that whole fucking anthem needs to be changed to Oh, Canada, land of rapey McRapersteins. Because that's all that's happening over there now. Y'all just getting fucked. Either by government, or by the assholes that the government lets in, or by the assholes that are manipulating the fucking rules to fucking be pedophiles and fuck your daughters. Yeah. This person is scum. This is not a trans individual. This isn't even an actual cross-dresser. This is a pedophile looking for a way to get access to victims. Okay? And the most mind-boggling, and Blair, I watched Blair White's video earlier, and I suggest you watch it too. Blair White is an actual transgender. And she is gorgeous, my God. I mean, good God, Blair. Whoa. You know? I have a small girl crush on Blair because she's hot. Alright? You're hot, baby. You're hot. Anyways. So I encourage you to go watch Blair. But she said it so well. Why is the trans community not outraged by this individual who is managed in one fell swoop to paint them in the most horrid light? This asshole, this man, is a child molester. A very rapey individual who wants full-grown women to grope him, alright? Him!
Yeah.
There's no vagina down there. There's never been one. There's never going to be one. He doesn't even care that he doesn't have one. His whole goal with this thing is to get as close to the fucking victim as he can. Okay? Like how he wants to have a topless pool party day with as many minors as the parents will bring in. But here's the catch. The parents are not allowed to be at the party.
Yeah.
This asshole is going to be at the party completely alone with the kids.
Yeah.
He is not trans in any way. He's a fucking cross-dresser. And he's not even a real cross-dresser. He's a pedophile.
Yep.
He's a sexual deviant. Right? He's a straight guy who put on a dress and is obsessed with women's vaginas and tits. That's it. And not women. Not women in particular. Okay? He wants some young. The woman's name and her ethnicity isn't here. She is not white. The woman who owned the fucking salon was not even white.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Okay, so this bigoted, racist, sexist piece of shit. Okay? Oh, and let me put pedophile on there. Wanted to force a woman of ethnicity, shouldn't you all be protecting her? Wants to force a woman of ethnic origin, okay, to grope him.
Mm-hmm.
And when this didn't happen, he had her fucking business closed. She's a mother. She has children. She has mouths to feed. Okay? She's doing her best to do her job. She does not need some pervert telling her, you need to touch my nuts right fucking now. And by the way, he didn't go in there just like on the fly. He called, went, booked an appointment with this lady and told her, would there be a problem if I was on my period when I got waxed?
Wow.
Further making her believe that this is a woman.
Yeah.
Okay? Had she known it was a man, she would have informed him we do not have the technician who is trained to wax men. Or she would have called a technician, if she knew one, that was trained to do men and called them in. It was probably would have been a man who was doing it. Okay? Because men tend to know their junk, and so if anybody's gonna wax down there, it's probably better that it be another man. Because at least he knows how sensitive the region is. Okay? So it probably would have been a man, but he didn't want that. He wants a young woman to grope him and not be prepared for it. So this asshole marches in, and of course the beauticians are like, what? Because it does not look like a woman in any fucking way. Okay? It's that weirdo that you see in the bathroom eyeballing your kid. That guy.
Yeah.
This is who this is. It is that guy.
Yeah.
Okay, the one who's gonna fuck up the party for everybody. That's who he is.
Yes.
Alright? That guy. He's like the guy who's never smoked weed, and then he gets in the fucking circle for the first time, smokes, and he's like, call 911, call 911. And he doesn't shut up for like 30 minutes until he finally passes out and he wakes up. Can I have more? No! Get out of my house! Spent 30 minutes trying to keep you away from the fucking phone, you retard! Get out of my house!
We've all been there.
We've all been there with that guy. This is that guy. He's gonna fuck up the party for you all.
Yeah.
So you need to get on some shit and put this asshole in his place. He is not trans. He is not a cross-dresser. He's not queer. He is a straight man who wants to get as close to women and young girls as he physically can and force them to interact with him in a sexual manner. Mm-hmm. That's who this Yaniv guy is. Alright?
Yep.
And the thing is like, I would not be surprised if you went back in Yaniv's past and found that this whole trans thing is relatively new as of this year, probably. Bet you anything, Yaniv became trans this year. So that fuck you, it's a boy. So that this man could then sexually assault women and children.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Yaniv wants. And seriously, look at Yaniv's past. I seriously fucking doubt you. As of last year, Yaniv probably was just a dude.
Hmm.
They just figured out this is a great way to get in there.
Plus, once again. By the way, I found out about this through a transgender friend who was like, look at this bullshit right here.
Yeah.
And then just a few minutes ago, another one of our trans friends online, we mentioned this, and she was like, what
Yes.
the fuck?
Thank you, because real trans people do not need this bad publicity, okay? They just do not. This is unfair to their community. It is unfair to them as individuals. It is unfair to them with the medical issues that they already have,
Yeah.
okay? For this asshole to be posing as one of them just to be a pedophile is not in any way okay. It will never be okay. And Canada, because you're trying to make it okay, this makes your country a fucking shithole now. I hope you enjoy that. Your country has gone from what you all declared was this great fucking place,
Mm-hmm.
okay, to a fucking shithole that is rapey as fuck right now.
Yep.
Where you have to be, if you are a woman, you can't safely have a job because some man might come in and demand you fucking sexually grope him just because he's wearing a skirt. And you have to do it. You have to do it or you lose your business.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay? That's Yaniv. Okay, so yeah, after a while, then certain news sources got a hold of it because the gag order had run its course, and so it was released.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, that's why we're hearing about it now.
Wow.
Because it's still getting released. That's how these gag orders work.
Mm-hmm.
The court puts the order in place, so that means no one can talk about it, except they can kind of hint that they know it happened. Okay, so it keeps it very shh.
Wow.
Mum's the word.
Yeah.
And then the court will say, okay, release it to that one.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll select
Mm-hmm.
the media that it goes to.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, it'll trickle down to the other ones.
Right.
So basically, it's a very, very calculated system of don't tell them anything bad happened. This never happened. Sweep it under that rug.
Yeah.
Basically what they do. Because by the time the media actually gets it, and the people hear about it, it's long gone and over. So there's like no fucking point to even be outraged. Because you can't do anything. It's not like they can sit outside the court and say, lock this son of a bitch up! They can't do that. They can't. And meanwhile, this asshole gets people, women, and trans people, bumped off of fucking Twitter for just saying, how dare you do that? How dare you be sexist like that?
Because Twitter does
You
have
know?
that bias.
Yeah. And so this guy uses that to his fucking advantage. Because he says, I'm trans. Really? Prove it.
Power trip.
Here's a bottle of fucking hormones for women. Take 2 of them right now. And I'm gonna watch you every day for the next year. You're gonna take 2 every fucking day. Until you have tits growing.
Yeah.
Until there are parts of your body that no longer look the way you want them to look anymore, buddy. Then you could call yourself trans. Because you're not trans. You're not. You're not even fucking trying. You're not even at all. Okay?
Yeah.
Like, well, he might not have the money. Okay, if he has the money to go to a salon to have his fucking nuts waxed,
Right.
he's got the money to buy hormones.
Plus, I could be wrong, but I would imagine that Canada, like,
Probably
will just,
supplies
will,
it.
will pay for everything.
Yeah, probably. Canada's really fucked in the head.
Yeah.
They make their people pay for everything that's stupid.
By the way,
and
I'm
the
sorry
people
to
just
interrupt.
don't get why they don't have enough.
Sorry to interrupt, but I've been holding this thought in for a long time. It seems like Canada, like their main thing that they're proud of is how much they're not America.
Yeah, and so now they're just going hardcore, like, America actually lets the media in on stories. I know, gag order everything!
Yeah.
God, America actually lets people say what they want. Like, you know, fuck this and fuck that and go back to your own country.
Yeah.
We're not gonna let people say anything!
Yeah.
Just cut the tongues out!
Right.
You know? It's because when you don't let the media in on the story when it's happening, you basically cut everybody's tongue. No one can be outraged, no one can really say anything, no one can put a stop to it, no one can punish the pervert, nothing. We know what, Canada? I encourage you as a society to punish the pervert. punish him. You see him in public, follow him into the bathroom and be like, why are you in here? What little girl are you trying to rape? Which is it? Just get your phone right up in his fucking face and be like, why are you in here? You in here to sexually assault a woman? No one here wants to grab your balls. Get out, sir. Get out, sir. Get out, sir. Just 2 inches away from this asshole's face. Okay? Then follow him out of the bathroom and be like, why don't you go into the men's bathroom, sir? You know they have standing urinals for you, sir. And just drive it fucking home. That this will not be allowed. That the young girls and the women of your fucking societies will not be cannon fodder for your PC bullshit. If any of you Canadians have a fucking spine, you see this asshole, you follow him when he goes into that girl's bathroom, and you stand outside the stall, and if he acts uncomfortable, you go, just making sure you're not trying to put a tampon in a 5-year-old, sir! Yeah, that's what you do. And if your government doesn't like it, tell your government to go fuck itself. Because they can't arrest all of you. That would be a kind of a defeating their ultimate purpose of taking all of your tax money. Because if they lock you up, you can't exactly work. So you can't pay for their prison that they have you in. You have no job, so they can't pay for all the fucking hormones that this asshole's not taking. You know? So they're not gonna lock you all up.
Right.
That's basically what we told Obama in this country, and he's like, if you don't pay, you're going to jail. You know what we all fucking said? Lock me up, asshole!
Right.
He immediately retracted that. Like, not a good idea. Yeah, because not only can you not lock us all up, but the first time you try to lock up at least 500 of us, we're gonna fucking go riots. You know? And you fucking know it. Right? As citizens of your society, you have the control.
You have the power. You have the power. You have the power.
Okay? You have full fucking control. Yeah, they're trying to take your weapons, they try to take your voice, they're trying to deball your entire fucking society. Yeah. But here's the thing. They can only do that if you let them do that. You know how you stop them? By kicking their ass. By putting a fucking firm foot on the ground and going, make me, asshole! Make me! That's what you do, Canada. You don't do what the British do and be like, we're gonna silently trudge through this horrible place of history.
Yeah.
Oh my, where's my crumpets? No. No. It's not what you do. It's not what you're supposed to do. Oh, we don't want to be like America. You're all mean. Yeah, and guess what? I get to say whatever the fuck I want, and I don't have to be forced to touch some guy's nuts. Unless my government wants to try and make me, and I suggest for the guy whose balls will be in my hand, not a safe place for you. See, this is what the point of being the individual. Even if the government tried to make me touch this asshole's nuts, he'd be very, 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 very afraid to put his nuts in my hand. I'm gonna squeeze that shit like a fucking right goddamn grape. Right? I encourage any woman in Canada to do the same thing. This asshole comes in your shop. Oh yes, sir. Come sit right down. Use all the male pronouns because this is gonna piss him off. Use all male pronouns. Yes, go ahead, sit down, sir. And then immediately run back in the back and grab one of those nutcrackers from Christmas time. Come back out and be like, you got 2 minutes to get the fuck out of my shop before I start cracking some nuts.
Because you know what?
Yeah, maybe even put a walnut in there and crack it right in front of his fucking face.
Right.
Yeah?
Because
Maybe
if
a
you're
hammer. You know?
Because if you could get away with insisting that a penis is a vagina, I could get away with insisting that a nutcracker is a razor to shave you with.
Yeah. I mean, fire magically opens doors. So a holiday nutcracker should totally be able to shave pubes.
Right.
Yeah, we'll use bullshit logic. We can do that. Yeah. Okay. So basically, after the news finally got it, there's not like this huge outrage in Canada. Well, surprise, surprise, the people probably didn't hear most of it because when these news sources do get these things, you all go on a massive scale of, let's just silence a little bit of that. Silence a little bit of that. Okay, not as many issues for this place. You, not at all. You know? It's basically what your government does up there. So, of course, there's not some giant outrage like there should be. Okay? Because, again, Also, what's not really brought to light is this guy's rampant pedophilic activity. Okay? I can't think of an actual trans that I have ever met that would take advantage of a child. You know why? Because most of them had a pretty hard upbringing because of the imbalance between body and mind. Okay, so they didn't have it easy, so they remember what it's like to be a kid, and they remember what it's like to be confused, scared, or in any way not stable. Okay? So there's very few actual trans that are going to go out there and be like, I want to fuck up a kid's life. It's just not really their thing. So if you see one doing this, they're probably not a legit trans person. They're somebody who's posing as a crossdresser to sneak in and get to their victim. And I find it amazing that no one sees this. They're like, we didn't see that coming. You didn't see a predator figuring out a way to get to its prey.
Right.
Have you ever watched National Geographic? Ever. From goddamn marine life all the way to bug life. Prey-predator scenarios
Yeah.
are pretty obvious. Okay? And a predator, doesn't matter what kind of predator, will go to any length to get to its prey. Including calling itself a woman. Which is all that this man has done. He's like, I'm a woman. You'll let me near your daughters, right? Ooh, yay. I just want to see how she jumps topless on a trampoline. I mean, what's sick about that? There's nothing wrong with that, is there? Should do like a fucking John Brady? Because you're fucking stupid, like John Brady? Marsha. Like, you're fucking retarded! How dare you put your females at such risk? How dare you? Okay? And I'm talking to the men of Canada. What little men there are there right now. I'm talking to you. Okay? There is no more sexist an act as to turn your back on the weaker in your society because of their sex. Okay? The men of Canada, you've basically abandoned your women for virtue points. You don't want to be called bad names, so it's okay if somebody sexually assaults your wife, daughter, niece, sister, aunt, grandma. Yeah, because here in America, we hear all of the fucking shit that they don't tell you in your country. We actually get that news. And then we're sitting here like, what the fuck, Canadians? What the fuck? Your population is a lot less than ours, and we got more of our shit together than you do yours. What the fuck, Canada? What the fuck? That shit would not go down here. If some asshole walked into a fucking salon wearing a skirt and demanded that the fucking wax person start waxing his fucking nutsacks after having lied to even get the appointment, you be damn sure there's gonna be a wax technician who calls the fucking cops and reports this sick sexual deviancy. And guess what the cops are gonna do? Come in and give the asshole one option. Get the fuck out or get arrested. Well, actually, just get the fuck out, because it's obvious you're gonna get arrested. You know, that's your one option. Get the fuck out. Yeah. You know? But that's not what happened in Canada. Oh no, this woman's business got shut the fuck down. Oh yay, that's not at all sexist, Canada. And the thing is like, the people weren't even made aware of how frivolous this person's complaints were. Okay? They weren't even made aware of that at all. It wasn't until way later that they were like, whoa, what? But by then, most of you don't fucking care, right, Canada? You just don't fucking care anymore. I mean, you have Trudeau as your leader. I wouldn't care either. I would just be like, you know what, we're all dead. We're all dead. Basically, Canada has made a point, you all have made a point of telling women that if you don't allow yourself to be sexually assaulted, you'll lose your business. Yeah. And this is not the first time Yaniv has done this. Yaniv has done this to multiple salons. Just lies, gets in there and is like, hey, wax my nuts. No. Even if the proper technician was here to wax your nuts, because you lied to get in here, fuck out my store. fuck out of my store right now. You know? That's the proper response to that activity. And this woman, her name was De Silva. Okay, this is the person who refused to wax a man's balls after being lied to and not expecting there to be balls there. Told this person, she's an immigrant too.
Oh.
Okay.
Wow.
De Silva, Mrs. De Silva, a mother, is a immigrant of color. That's what they're saying. So, I mean, when you say that, I mean, there's a lot of colors people can be, just like there's a lot of eye colors to choose from. So, you're gonna have to narrow it down.
Well,
really, I don't fucking care. Really, I don't fucking care what color the owner of the store was. You know why? Doesn't fucking matter. She's a woman and you tried to sexually assault one of her employees. It's enough. It's enough. But what's best, what's just fucking awesome, is because Genevieve is a predator and really fucking stupid, Genevieve told this woman, or told people that De Silva, a female immigrant of color, he told her, you're being a neo-Nazi.
Yeah.
How does that work, Genevieve?
Wow.
How does Miss De Silva become a neo-Nazi for not wanting to be sexually assaulted today? How did we get there? Oh yeah, that's right, PC. That's how we got there. Yeah, that's how we got there. PC is a plague. Yeah. It's a plague. It is not good for society. It will never be good for society. Designating that people can't say, do, or be because somebody might get hurt from, like, your front line. That's a microaggression. That's against PC law. Don't do it. You know, it's words. What happens to sticks and stones may break my bones, but fucking words will never hurt me? What happened to that? Does no one teach your kids this anymore? Because I was raised from the age of 5 on knowing that rhyme.
Yeah.
Like, that was a staple. You know why? This right here. Right here. I was prepared long before ever getting in school. That this gonna get me teased. And sure enough, it did. I've been called everything possible. Light bulb, sunset, cherry, rabbit, carrot, bugs. Because I had big teeth. You know, 5 head. You know, because I had a big forehead. Kind of big, but I kind of grew into it. But, you know. But they were only words. None of those are actual reflections of me. But depictions of what an asshole thinks they see of me. And wants me to see of myself because that'll give them an emotional high later on. You don't give a bully the power.
You have the power.
You take it away.
You have the power.
You called a fucking immigrant with the name De Silva, so I can guess where she's from. You called her a neo-Nazi, you piece of fucking shit, sexist pig.
Yep.
That's all you are, Genevieve. You're a sexist pig. And a pervert, and a child molester. Alright? Quick, somebody call the fucking authorities, have them check Genevieve's hard drive. Bet you there's some serious child porn on there. Some serious fucking child porn. I'm betting you. I have no proof of this. So, I'm gonna leave this as a theory that this pervert, Genevieve, has child porn on their hard drive. Right now. Probably on their phone and their home computer. And if they've got a tablet, it's probably on there too. Because a pervert of this level is sitting there just in public places watching this shit because that gives them a high. This person is not your normal pervert. This is somebody who wants to do it publicly. That's why they would go to a salon to try and trap a woman into doing this. Because that's in public. Hey? This is somebody who's very, what is it, voyeurish? A voyeur?
Exhibitionist?
An exhibitionist. Somebody's an exhibitionist with their perversion. And there's nothing wrong with being an exhibitionist. There's nothing wrong with that. There is if you're a pervert like Genevieve, who wants to force people to enact sexual acts on him without their consent. That's never going to be okay. It should never be okay. In Canada, this should not even be a fucking discussion. It should just be a staple. This asshole did what? Lock him up. He's trying to attempt sexual assault on multiple women. Yeah. But y'all having discussions about this instead of just doing the right thing, which is to punish this pervert. He's not a pervert because he's got a skirt on or he's wearing makeup. He's a pervert because he's trying to make people do sexual acts to him. He's a pervert for talking about sexually explicit acts with minor children. And he tries to specify if they're in his area. Some of the tweets show that. It's like, oh, you're in Canada too? How old are you? Does that sound like somebody who should be left alone with children?
Yeah, by the way, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 examples of him asking that.
Yeah.
1,
Because that's his MO. I have never had to ask that once. You know why? Because I know all the people on my friends list are adults with children. Not children. This asshole is hunting areas where he knows children are hanging out. Forums that are designed for children. Okay, any parents out there know what I'm talking about? Is in regards to Facebook. If your kid is going to get on Facebook, you just let them just go down the newsfeed? No, you put them in the section, the groups, that you know are safe. You're like, this is where you hang out. That's where this asshole's hanging out. This grown man is hanging out in forums where children are and asking them, exactly how old are you? See, because he's got specifications. He doesn't like them too small. Because he wants boobs. He's said that repeatedly in his tweets. About titties, 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 titties. He has an obsession with titties. This is not something you usually see of trans people. I mean, I'd have to ask Blair and the other trans individuals that I know if they are obsessed with tits. But I'm going to say they probably are not. Until they get their own first pair, and then you can't blame them for being a little obsessed. Like I said, when I grew mine in, I was a bit obsessed. So anybody who takes the hormones and then goes through the surgery and gets their first pair, welcome to girliness. We're going to be really obsessed today. Like, tell me, any girls out there that did not do Betty Boop when they first grew them in? Like, man, they just...
Hooray for boobies!
I'm not trying to get people to look at my tits, but, you know, they are there.
Bullshit.
The girls need some credit, too.
Hooray for boobies!
Anyway, so... Okay, so we're gonna move on, because I'm just like, I am at a loss. It's just... I mean, this is the level of lunacy we're dealing with. This is a quote from Yaniv. The people that discriminated against me are forcing their beliefs on society. Yaniv, you're saying you're trans and you're demanding that society do what you want.
Right.
Did you intend to talk about yourself in that little comment there? Was that like a Freudian slip?
Yeah.
What was that, Yaniv? Because you're guilty of that. When you tell a woman that she has to touch you because I'm wearing a skirt and, like, I've effeminated my voice a little bit, so you, like, have to do what I tell you to do. Now touch my nuts. Touch them again. Get closer. Okay, now bend the fuck over. Yeah, you're taking it. I'm Yaniv. I'm trans, and Canada protects my right to sexually abuse you. That's what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
That's what we're fucking dealing
By
with.
the way, alright, I got a question here. Some people are now saying it's politically incorrect to insist that a trans woman's penis is a penis. And that you have to refer to it as a vagina. If you don't, then you're committing the crime of biological essentialism. This is something they taught me in college a couple years ago at
I
University of
can't
Oregon.
believe you paid for them to teach you that load of shit.
Well, I didn't, and I'm going to send them a letter and explain
Yeah,
why. Because
just
I
fucking
didn't
bullshit.
get what I paid for.
No, you got
paid
paid
for an
for
education.
psychology class, and then
I
you
got
got that shit.
indoctrination, yeah. So anyway, biological essentialism is the bigoted view that biology is real, and that, you know, for example, if you say males can't get pregnant, oh my god, and I'm not saying men can't get pregnant is the bad thing. They're saying if you say that males can't get pregnant, or that males can't have periods, then you are a bigot because you're insisting on biological fact, which is bad, by the way. But anyway, okay, you go ahead. I'll remember my thoughts.
I'm sorry. Okay, we will do this seahorse shit. If men want to bleed and have fucking babies, us women will happily give you that. Just prove to us you can actually do it. Go ahead, men. We are waiting. As ladies, we are fucking waiting for the day you have cramps for 5 days in a row. Meanwhile, that first day feels like somebody tried to do a field goal kick from behind your navel. Yeah.
But, yeah.
Go right ahead, men. Go right ahead.
The male seahorse
Power to
carries
you there.
babies, so...
Yeah. Have fun. You want to become seahorses? Go right ahead. We, as women, will not stop you if you can make our stuff stop.
Right. But notice how this gets a foot in the door. If you say that it's biological essentialism, therefore bad, to insist that biological fact is in fact biological fact, right? In other words, if it's a bigoted thing to say, if you say a penis is not a vagina and a vagina is not a penis, right? This is well beyond saying men are not women, which apparently you can't say on Twitter anymore. But if you say that a penis is not a vagina, you're a bigot, okay? How far is it between saying that and then saying, no, sir, you're a 35-year-old man, you're not a 12-year-old, and so therefore you can't be in a room naked with other kids, you're going to jail. Oh, no, but I identify as a 12-year-old, so I'm not a pedophile, I'm just a kid, right?
Oh.
But do you see my point here?
Yeah, I do. I just read something that I was speed reading the article earlier.
Yeah.
This son of a bitch went in for a Brazilian wax. That's everything. That's front to back.
Wow.
He wanted these women to play with his butthole, too. Ew! Ew! Ah! Ugh! Why is this a discussion, Canada? Ugh!
That's fucked.
He wanted the works. Like, he wanted you, like, you know, lift up my nuts. Okay, wax there. Turn them to the side, wax there. To the side, wax there. Put them across, wax there. Down, wax there. Don't forget the shaft. Now, spread them. Play with my taint. Ew! Ew! And he didn't even tell. It says clearly, he did not tell De Silva, who he was answering a Facebook ad. Silva had a Facebook ad for her salon. Okay? When he booked the appointment, it says clearly, he never stated that he was transgender. And he booked a Brazilian waxing. Men rarely get the Brazilian. Okay, because on pain level, you have normal waxing here. Brazilian is here. Okay?
Right.
It's like way up there with like, oh! You know, they are not going to miss anything with a Brazilian. You come out shiny. Okay? They took off old skin with that shit. Brazilian is not a game. Okay? That is one of the most painful waxings you will ever have. This asshole did not go in there to get a Brazilian. I'll tell you that. There's not a man I can think of that wants to have the skin around his asshole torn off. Because what's going to happen? Because when you wax, it pulls off, like, the top layer of skin. Pulls off that really fine, like, powdered layer. So everything's kind of really pink and raw underneath. So literally, when you get a Brazilian, they rip the skin around your butthole away. And it really hurts. And they make you sit there with your ass cheeks spread for a little bit while it air dries so you can put your ass cheeks back together and not get a rash. Because it's going to bleed a little. That's the Brazilian. You bleed with the Brazilian. He did not go in there for Brazilian. He went in there to have somebody fondle him. Because there's no sane man I've ever met, other than some strange, you know, semi-masochistic ones, that go in for the Brazilian. That's almost strictly a woman thing.
Yeah.
So when Miss De Silva obviously listed this ad, she expected it would actually only be real biological women that answered it.
Can I throw something in here?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, folks. Imagine you don't know anything about the story. And I say to you that a male tricked a woman into seeing his junk. In other words, he exposed himself to her without her consent.
Yeah, she found out after he got there.
Right. So imagine a male, without her consent, shows this penis suddenly to a woman. She didn't want to see that. It's kind of rapey, right?
Well, here's the thing. Here's Miss De Silva's quote on the whole thing. Miss De Silva told the tribunal, to like the jury or whatever, the secret court, told the tribunal that she simply did not feel comfortable waxing male genitalia because she didn't know how. She was not being mean to him. She was not going, oh, well, you have a balls. I don't want to touch your balls. She just didn't want to hurt him. Ms. Da Silva was acting in his best benefit. Okay, because like I said, Brazilians are serious wax jobs. Okay? You're going to need a trained professional to go on a man down there with that. Even with a regular waxing, you're going to have to get a trained man, or trained professional for this. And so she goes, she didn't want to do it because she didn't know how. That's her quote, I didn't know how. Okay? And then she added, she suggested to Yaniv to seek out a service that could perform a Brazilian specialized procedure for men. Okay? Because it is different. We are different down there. Woman's tissue down there is a lot more elastic and firmer. Because we have to shove a watermelon-sized infant out of there. So it can't tear like crepe paper.
A pussy can take a beating, so why do we call people who are weak pussies? They can take a beating.
Yeah. But whereas a man's genitalia is different. It's much more delicate. Penis tissue can get ripped easily. Testicular tissue gets ripped very easily. Okay? Yeah, I said that way. Well, I would think, like, having a piece of your nutsack ripped off would be sort of like rape. I mean, it's just something you'll never forget, and it's going to leave a lasting scar till the day you die. It's kind of like, No, I'm kidding. It was an accident. But no, I mean, she didn't want to hurt him. She wasn't being sexist. She wasn't being transphobic like this asshole is trying to say, who's not even fucking trans, by the way. She was none of those things. She was just thinking she was thinking the best for him. Because it would be dangerous if she did it. She had no clue. She didn't know what to do. She doesn't want to hurt him. And he called her a neo-Nazi for that. She was called a neo-Nazi for thinking about this guy's benefit. Because you know what? You can get permanent, lasting, irreversible damage for basically doing the smallest thing to a man's testicles. Like, you kick him wrong. He's damaged for life. He falls on him wrong. He sits on him wrong. He's damaged for life. That's how sensitive that shit is. Women are always like, people need to think more about us, and like, razors are expensive. Bitch, have you ever run the risk of sitting on a nut and squishing it into the world?
Razors are expensive.
Razors are expensive. Like, it's hard being a woman.
And that's sexist.
It's like, not like fair, because I just don't like pink stuff that's the same price as the blue stuff. God. I mean, men can't have it hard. Bitch, sit on a nut. Sit on that thing. We've all seen a man do it. Jump up like he fucking sat on a hot poker. Because he sat on his nut. He squished that son of a bitch underneath his fucking butt bone. And he's like, oh! He jumped up like somebody shocked him. That's how sensitive it is. So, this is not a case of a transphobic individual stomping on the emotional rights of a fucking trans individual. No, this is simply a case of a pervert trying to force women to grope him in public. End of story. You all are nasty if you're going to overlook this. You all are nasty if you're going to overlook any kind of sexual misconduct with children or women.
And they will.
The fairer sex. The sex that the men are designed. You all are biologically designed to defend us. That's part of the pairing. It's kind of like a contract. I'm the weaker sex, although I'm a little bit more clever. I can create life from my body, and I'll be damned if I can't do 3 tasks at once. I'm very useful.
Yeah.
He's extremely useful because he can protect me from that other asshole, or that big scary thing, or from that falling on me. He also brings in big food that, would be harder for me to catch. And he built this shit I'm sitting in. Yeah, that's the agreement. That's the biological agreement between male and female. I can do what I can do. He can do what he can do. Together we make one hell of a team.
Remember what happened on 6th Street that one time?
Oh God, that idiot. He's like, oh, boobs. Like, really, man? Really? Like, my dude's like right with me, dude. He's just gonna be like, oh, boobs.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be a fight, but...
I thought so too, but you fucking backed him off pretty quick.
Here's a photo from that night. Here's what Tabby was wearing, and here's what I was wearing. And you know what, fellas? It doesn't matter what a woman is wearing. She's never, ever asking for it. Just like when a person wears a Trump hat or an American flag, they're not asking for it. Never blame the victim. But anyway, if a man grabs your woman, you fucking punch him.
No, but see, that is the contractual agreement biologically. It's why nature made it that way. We are complementing each other. You know, it's oh god. Oh, I'm so disgusted with current society. I'm just so disgusted with it. With this whole, like, oh, we need to virtue signal? I need my points, because without my points, how will people know if I'm a good person?
Yeah, to the point where now...
Like, I give homeless people money, and then I put a big sign on the top of my car saying, I gave homeless people money today.
Yeah.
Clap. Clap for me. I did something good. I was a decent human being. Clap for me! Oh my god, I need clap. 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 Y'all are just whores for fucking attention.
You're like a victim. You love to be a victim. You love the United States primetime victim show.
But yeah, so I'm going to end this video here. Like and subscribe. If you have a suggestion for a video, leave it in the comments. If you want to rant in the comments, go ahead. You want to call me a bitch in the comments, go ahead. But remember, I don't hold back. So, peace out.